Hello and welcome to this preview of the 2025 Para Fencing World Championships taking place in Iksan, Korea, the beginning of September. I'm Karim Bashir and I'm joined today by our resident expert in the commentary box who will be there in Korea with me. It's Lauryn DeLuca. Now, Lauryn is a 2016 Paralympic and a 5-time American champion, so a perfect expert for the commentary box. Since retiring, her passion for para sport has fueled her advocacy and service, championing opportunities and the visibility for athletes with a disability. Now, Lauryn, we're going to get tucked straight into it, and we're going to talk about your favorite thing, the USA team. Now, look, the USA sent their biggest fencing team to the Paralympics for Paris 2024. I'll let you go through the details of the teams and as you see fit, but that experience in Paris with such a big team surely is going to benefit their run to the Los Angeles Games.
Yes, well, let's first talk about how Paris Games and how awesome those were. We were at the Grand Palais, and with that is such a pageantry. And also in the United States, we have an influx of media attention on the Paralympics. So these Paralympians who were in Paris, they know what it takes, that mental game of shutting down all the reporters, knowing how to play the game, how to dance with cameras all around you. They know what it is, and they're ready for this World Championship, but also their quest to make LA 2028.
Yeah, there's a lot of first-timers in there, a lot of Paralympic debutants in the USA team as well. I mean, as there were across the board with other countries. There has been a movement within USA fencing and across the world to increase participation in the para version of the sport. In particular, what have USFA done?
Yes, so I think it's really interesting to see how the American team is performing on the piece, but it's also just a spotlight of how dedicated the staff at USA Fencing has been to increase para fencing domestically. The United States Fencing has established a pipeline for athletes. The USA Fencing has established a pipeline for athletes to be emerging to elite categories. They've also established equipment grants. Also, too, they now have some funding for the athletes.
Yeah, or funding absolutely critical for all athletes, but for para athletes in particular, because the cost of travel is just absolutely phenomenal. Let me tell you something about USA Fencing that you might not know. The guy who's in charge now, the secretary or chief executive of US Fencing, is half British,
Yes.
and half and married his partner from the USA. And not only that, but me and him have a very, very close connection. We both studied at the same school in the southeast of England, just north of London. I got to say, I went to that school a few years before he did, but nonetheless, Phil and I have that in common. Back to the USA team, and actually, part of the next question really is about how the USA teams engender a real team camaraderie, and that's built from USFA all the way through the coaching staff and the support staff around both the Olympic and the Paralympic teams. Can you give us a little bit of an insight to the United States and how they do it?
Yes, I mean, the team dynamic going to World Championships, it's electric. If you think about it, if you look at a world roster, about 7 of the people returning to Worlds are Paralympians. We have Geddes, who is trying to make her 3rd consecutive Paralympic team. We have Scott Rogers, who has the United States' only Paralympic medal in fencing. He got that in Athens 2004, and he's trying to make a comeback to the LA 28 podium 24 years later. Also on this team is a group of military disabled veterans. We also have a teenager. So we have this experience and these newcomers as well that's really going to push this team to hopefully the podium at LA 28.
And that's what it's all about, isn't it? Trying to make the podium. So yeah, let's take a little step back or back in time, because we've got these World Championships coming up in Iksan in Korea. How important is this as a stepping stone I suppose this is I can ask this generally, not just for the USA, but for all of the para fencers that are going. This is the start of the journey, right?
Essentially, the qualifying is going to begin very soon. So World Championships is one of the last moments to try some things out until qualifying points begin to accumulate. And also, athletes are just getting to these World Championships too for more experience. So when points start to count, they are going to be counted for sure.
Well, we look forward to seeing Team USA and, of course, all the other teams competing in Iksan. Lauren, for now, thanks very much. And to all of you, join both myself and Lauren and, of course, Cyril in the commentary box. We will be presenting the sport from the World Championships at the beginning of September.